Hey ladies, can anybody see me on this? I'm actually on my phone right now. Anybody come on and let me know if you can see me or hear me? Just give me a shout out and let me know. I'm actually just holding my phone right now. I've been sitting here ready, waiting. I pressed the live button and there's something going on with it on Google Chrome. So anyway, can you see me? Yes, I see you. Oh, good. Okay, thank you. So this is gonna be a little bit crazy for a few minutes. We're currently starting my computer up again, but I'm ready for you. So my kiddos are here and they're gonna kind of help me out. I've got a few other things I'm gonna get working. So just bear with me for just 2 minutes, okay? We're gonna grab that right there, Alex. You're gonna unscrew that and you're gonna put it more in front of your sister. Happy Mother's Day. Hi, happy Mother's Day, all of you. Hi, oh good. I'm glad you guys can see me and hear me. I've never actually done this on my phone before, which was easy actually, which is so funny. So good morning. Hi Linda. Hi Lindsay. Hey Amanda. So sorry. This is just, I guess one of those things that happens. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. So here, I'm gonna look probably a little big to you for a minute and I might drop you, and I'm trying not to, but I'm just gonna put my phone into this little contraption here. I'm sorry, my hand's in front there. Okay. There. You can see me? Okay. I'm wondering, maybe, would it be better to go, oh, look, then you can see, oh, okay. You know what? We're going to do it a little like this until my computer gets started. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh my gosh. This is so bizarre. Okay, well, anyway, here we go. Good morning, good morning. Happy Mother's Day. Hi, happy Mother's Day. Oh my gosh. Hey, Allison. Hey, Madeline, Carla. Hey, Candace. Good morning, everyone. This is not the view you're supposed to have. Look, you can even see there behind me on my stock mess that I have to deal with. My computer is currently rebooting. I have no idea what happened, literally none. So we're just gonna work with this for a couple of minutes. And I promise this is gonna get better. Well, I don't promise, actually. I don't have a clue whether it's gonna get better or not. But anyway, I'm gonna pass some things over to my kids here, and then I'm gonna just kind of start chatting with you. Good morning, Janet. Hey, everyone. Okay, so here we go. I'm super sweaty all of a sudden because this happened, and I was like, oh my God, so my lips sweating. I went and grabbed Kleenex. I'm like super hot and my glasses are sliding and all the things. But anyway, you guys don't care. You're awesome. It doesn't matter. Happy Mother's Day to one of my favorite mothers, Madeline, my sister-in-law. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Well, I wanted to start today, obviously, by saying Happy Mother's Day and thank you so much for joining me this morning. And I wanted to show you, for those of you that have gotten the newsletters, thank you for signing up for those. I, of course, have been a little bit slow with getting those out regularly, but I've got it. I figured out the program. I know how it works and I'm on it. So I'm going to start sending those out to you with all kinds of fun things in them. I know you all follow me obviously in social media, but I'm going to try to get those out a little more regularly with some fun things in them. So those of you that got it, you were the first to see the new printable that we made. So I have it here for you. Let's see if I can get coordinated enough to hold this up into my phone. Hey, Lindsay, no apologies. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm excited to spend my Mother's Day with you guys this morning. But this was the new printable. So I hope you guys loved it. So Trina, I've mentioned a couple of times before, but Trina works with me. She is the newest part of my team and she has been so fun to work with. I've known her for years and years and years, but we are working really well together creatively, which has been really fun. So we created this for you this past week, and this was kind of a real step outside of our box for you to get all of this fun color and all these different shapes. So I printed this on, and I did say it in the shopping cart when you go to download this. I say in there, we suggest smooth cardstock and the fine printing options. So if you can play around with the settings on your printer, I did this in the fine printing option, and I just got some, it just prints so much more vibrant and full. So anyway, so this was our new fun freebie for you. So you can go to the website and it's in the shopping cart. You do have to check out to get the download link, but it is free for you. But I wanted to show you how a couple of ways that I used it this week, just so that you can kind of get some ideas. So we did this on our own, choosing colors we liked, nothing. It was not to coordinate with anything. It was just more to give you something that was a little boy, a little girl, a little journal, a little, like whatever you wanted to work with as far as the color scheme. But interestingly enough, so then I went to use it and I was trying to find a collection that I really liked that I wanted to go with. Well, it goes perfectly with some of the Bella Boulevard, which of course doesn't surprise me with those bright, nice colors. So this is with the Splash Zone, and I believe that Bella released this last year. So this, I'm gonna back up. Can you see that? I do have my camera on an angle right now, so if I'm not holding this straight, is that better for you? Tell me. Good morning. Oh, thanks, Scott. Happy Mother's Day to me. Thanks for the amazing printout. Yeah, I'm so glad that you're enjoying it, but this is the layout that I did. So the Splash Zone by Bella is what I used, and it just worked beautifully. So I wanted to point out the couple of pieces that were from my printable. So this Love This journal card right here, that one, this little border strip. So these border strips are short. They're not 12-inch because of course most people don't have a 12-inch printer. These are like 8.5 or so. So this is a little border strip. These little date tags. So you know how I always talk about trimming your cards or your pieces or whatever? That's what I did here. So this I used as the date, and then I trimmed 2 more. I took the word date off and then just flipped them around. This little XO circle, this Remember This Moment. So those are all from our printable, but they go with other collections. So I just wanted to give you a little peek of that. I hope you love that. So make sure you go and print that out and use that. So I'll post this layout up on my site as well so you can see. And then a couple of other quick things before we start on the layout. I wanted to show you a few other things that I did do with the printable. So I don't know if you can see, oh, maybe a little bit in the bottom corner of your screen there. So I just used like these little 1-inch punches. These are the punches I used for the circles. But I tried a few of my different mediums on them. So do any of you have this liquid glass from Close to My Heart? If not, you should. I've had some for years. It's amazing. But anyway, I did a little, can you see the shine on that? So just poured a little liquid glass on top of that, let that dry. It didn't take long, maybe about 20 minutes or so. Did some on that the little black heart there, so you can see the shiny. So you can do some really fun things. And then this is a product that I've loved for years, this golden, the glass bead gel. I don't know if you guys have got that. But anyway, I put some of that on this little heart one too. Look how cute that is. So anyway, so just some really fun things that you can do with them. So make sure you go print that out and use those. You can use them for all kinds of fun things. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you this morning first. And then we'll get started on the layout. My computer is still currently thinking about starting again. And as soon as it does, I promise I'm going to switch over. Now I do know that there might be a little bit of a lag time in that. And I know that just from other friends of mine that have done this before. So, just bear with me. We're going to stick right here. I'm going to keep going. We're going to start scrapbooking, and then as soon as I can get you on a bigger screen, I will, which will just change your view a little bit. This is fine for me, but it'll at least just change your view. Okay, so everything's good. We're all good. Okay, perfect. Glossy accent. Yes, glossy accents would totally work. So just different ways to use the printables. Like so far we've always done like journal cards because that's always what I like to have on my layouts. I want to make sure that I'm always adding one. But we're trying to give you some different things to use that you can print out at home and use some of the things that you have at home, right? That's the whole idea. Use the things that you have at home so that when the new things come out, you are more excited to try some new things as well because you're using all of your product that you've got at home that you've had for years, right? Okay, so let's get started. this is the layout. I know you can't totally see it. I will just actually maybe pick it up. Can you see? Okay, so that's going to be your left page. And then here is your right page. Okay. So that's there. So lots of photos, lots of fun pattern paper. Lindsay, you're gonna probably wanna cut the centers out of some of your paper because some of these are layered over top of each other, okay? So that's the layout that we're gonna work on today. You guys got your sketch, you've been asking for a double. So this is gonna be a little bit longer, like it's gonna take you a little bit longer. So we're gonna do lots of cutting. We're just gonna go ahead and get started, okay? So you had your sketch, you had your double layout, all prepared and planned with your two same cardstocks. I'm gonna use white, okay? And we are gonna work on our left page first, okay? So we're gonna work on the left page, and when we're doing these cuts, I'm telling you some of the cuts that you're gonna have for your right page, so you're gonna go ahead and just set your right piece aside, okay? So I will walk you through that when we do it. So 2 of the same color cardstock for your base. Go ahead and get that out. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Believe it or not, I am not cutting the centers out. What a girl, look at you, Lindsay. Okay, so your first pattern paper is this stripe here, and I know that I'm pretty sure you can see that from the view I'm doing. But this little like bright colored pattern paper stripe is all behind this big turquoise dot here. That's going to be your first cut. Okay, so you're going to need a 6 3/4 by 11 1/4. Okay, a 6 3/4 by 11 1/4, and then you're going to need a 2 3/4 by 11 1/4. Okay, so that's your first cut. I'm gonna go through all of this and then I'm gonna go through it again. So those of you who wanna go ahead and make this page on your own a little bit quicker, you guys can get started, okay? And then I'm gonna go back again and I'll go through the measurements. So 6 3/4 is your horizontal, 11 1/4 is your vertical, okay? And then a 2 3/4 by 11 1/4 is your other one. So these are my 2 that I'm using on the one I'm making with you today. So 6 3/4 by 11 1/4, 2 3/4 by 11 1/4. Okay, so those are the ones you're going to do to start. The next piece you're going to cut is this turquoise one here. Okay, so the turquoise is 6 1/2 by 11, and then you need a 2 1/2 by 11 for your right page. 6 1/2 by 11, and then a 2 1/2 by 11. Okay, so for my page I'm going to work on with you right now, that's these 2. Okay, so these are going to end up going on top of. Okay, so there's your second cut. Third cut, don't panic if you're just joining me, don't panic. I'm still just going through the initial measurements. Okay, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna put this together with you. We're working on the left page of our double page layout if you're just joining us. I'm seeing lots of you just joining. Remember, the view is flipped. Okay, well, this is the left page. Is that what you're seeing though, you guys? Yes, this is the left page. This is the one we're working on right now. Please let me know if because that's the page we're working on. So I know I'm giving you the right measurements for that, okay? Left page. Your next one is gonna be where this white words paper is, and you see it up here, down in here, all along the bottom. So it's a big piece, and it's 8 1/2 by 9 1/2 vertical. Okay, so the 8 1/2 is your horizontal, and the 9 1/2 is your vertical. Okay, that's your next cut. And out of that same paper for the other page, you need a 3 1/2 by 9 1/2. Okay, 3 1/2 by 9 1/2. Good morning, good morning. It's the right for you at home. It's not. That's fine if that's your right, but we're working on the left. This is the left page of your 2-page layout, okay? So you're seeing it like that. I know you're seeing it backwards. I totally understand. But this is the page you're working on. This is the left. When you are looking at your layout, this is your left. We're working on our left page. Okay? Does that make sense all? Yes, you're seeing it? I read this backwards. I love this backwards. Okay, so that's totally fine. I'm sorry that it's backwards. We're trying to get online over here still. But work on your left. All these big pieces that we're cutting, they're for your left page, okay? Thank you for your patience, you guys. Thank you. You know how overwhelming this is for me, and then to have technical difficulties this morning, it stressed me right out. You're gonna go to home, Emma? Home. And then on the left side, the top one where it says my name, yeah. Emma doesn't have Facebook. Neither of my children have Facebook. They have no idea. They're being amazing this morning, helping me.
So then do I start a new live
yeah,
then?
Just hit live. And then we'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, use camera. And it is still not working. Can you try it in Chrome, please? Okay, so we're not sure. I have no idea why this isn't working on my computer. It was working this morning. Anywho, doesn't matter. Okay, the next page that we're on, sorry, I said it was the words. The white and black words was 8.5 by 9.5 vertical. The other one is 3.5 by 9.5. Set that aside. Everything for your right page set aside. The next cut is this yellow pattern here. Okay, the yellow's 5.5 vertical by 9. And you do see it right outside here. So again, we're working on the left page. Okay. Left page, 5.5 by 9. And then the one you're gonna set aside for your right page is 6.5 by 10.5. So that one's 6.5 by 10.5, sorry. My brain stopped for 2 seconds there. Okay, so your yellow's 5.5 by 9. And then for this left page, which we're gonna go ahead and put together, you need a 1" by 12" border strip for the bottom. Your photos are a 4x6, 2 2x2s, and your 4x4. Okay, so if you've got those ready to go. So those are the pieces for your left page. Okay, you should have at the same time cut all of your right page pieces. Then you've got a 4x6, okay, 4x6, 2 3x3s, and 3 2x2s, as well as the same border strip 1x12. What is that? LOL, it's Mother's Day. We are so chill. Okay, I think we have not got it. Okay.
No. It needs an update.
That's okay. Can you go ahead and just go back to whatever view you were on there? Okay. All right, ladies. So for those of you that want to go forward now. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to start scrapbooking this with you, okay? So again, you're starting with our 2 of the same color cardstocks, 2 of the same color cardstocks for your base, okay? Your first cut and the first piece we're going to put down, we are working totally on our left page right now. I know it looks backwards to you, but it is absolutely your left page, okay? So the left page of your 2-page layout. The first cut, what paper was it? I'm starting all over again, Jasmine. Don't worry. Some people just wanted to go ahead and go forward and move at their own pace. So I just kind of gave them those measurements so that they could get started, but we're going and starting again. I've got everything ready here and we're gonna go ahead and start again. So the first piece that we're gonna go ahead and put down is this striped border. So when you're looking on your sketch, it's this piece that's all the way in behind this turquoise color, okay? And that cut is 6 3/4 by 11.5, okay? 6 3/4 by 11.5. 6 3/4 is your horizontal, 11.5 is your vertical. Okay, so I've gone ahead, I've cut that already. It's this stripe right here. I'm actually using the same kit that I used last weekend. I'm using the Let's Stay Home kit. And I will say there is 1 left, 1. I only have 1 left in stock. That sold out super, super quick. So if you are someone that likes this kit, and I think you're gonna really like it today even better because I'm showcasing some of the other patterns that were in it, not just the ones about food, since we've all been doing so much eating. Ladies, you're gonna go ahead and put this centered top to bottom, but it is not even quite 1/4 inch in from the left edge of your base, okay? So it's about 1/8 inch in from the left of your base. You see that? Sorry, I'm still so hot in here. I turned a fan on. It's so hot here right now. I don't know where all you guys are, but it was like 25 yesterday afternoon. So anyway, centered to the top to the bottom, but just that little like 1/8 of an inch in from the left of your base, okay? The next piece you're gonna put down is this turquoise one. This turquoise, and you see it all the way along. It's literally getting cut and set right over top of the first piece. Okay, so that one is the 6.5 by 11. So 6.5 horizontal by 11 vertical, okay? So go ahead and throw some adhesive on the back of that. 6.5 by 11. I can't see where a 4th pattern paper is being used. Okay, Melanie, just hang tough for a sec, okay? Because there's definitely 4 on there, and I will show you where in 2 seconds. So everyone that's working along at the same time as me, we're at 6.5 by 11, and you're gonna go ahead and just center that on the first patterned paper, okay? It's just like that. So you see you've got that really nice 1/8 of an inch border all the way around, okay? Oh my God, it was snowing in Calgary this morning. Oh my God, Kim, I'm really sorry. It's really nice here. Like, I'm not kidding you, I have a fan on. I actually asked Alex to go get me a fan. And actually it was funny because he's like, where do you want it? And I said, well, I think it should be at my feet, because I didn't want to look like Beyonce. Well, I mean, not like that I look like Beyonce, but you know what I mean? I was like, oh, I could imagine like my hair flying, but anyway, it's not. I don't look like Beyonce. But anyway, I have one sitting right beside me. I'm so warm here, and I am sorry that you have snow. So the 4th pattern paper, Melanie, you've got the striped one we just put down, the turquoise one, then we've got this big black and white wordy one, it's huge, all in here, and then we've got this big yellow one in here. So you are going to use all 4 pattern papers almost to their full size, okay? So you're not going to be left over with much. Excuse me for 2 seconds, I'm actually wearing a dress, and it was sliding, and I do not like sitting on a chair without something underneath my bum. So sorry, that was too much information, but I needed to shift. Jennifer, you are sharing your time with us. It makes us so happy. Aww, that's awesome. Thanks, Kendra. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping in. And yes, scrapbook later today if you want. These are all going to get put on, they'll all get put online right after we're done together, okay? So far, those of you that are working with me, we have this little stripe one down. We've got this turquoise one down. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this big word one down. Okay, this big black and white word one down. So the big black and white words, remember, is 8.5 by 9.5 vertical. So 8.5 is your horizontal, 9.5 is your vertical. Okay, so I'm using this one. So 8.5 by 9.5. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick some adhesive on that guy. This one, you're going to be a 1/2 inch in from the top, sorry, a 1/2 inch in from the right edge of this base. Okay, so you're centered top to bottom. So you can see I've got space here, same space at the bottom, but I'm just this 1/2 inch in from the right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just stick that down. A 1/2 inch in from my right. I'm going to make sure my adhesive is on there properly. Okay. So 8.5 by 9.5. Okay, everybody's got that. Originally said, okay, so what was the question, Jasmine? Okay, so if you're wanting the measurements again, so the multicolored stripe is 6 3/4 by 11 1/4, 6 3/4 by 11 1/4. Okay, the turquoise is 6.5 by 11, and the words we just cut are 8.5 by 9.5. And if I said half on the 11, I'm really sorry. That was my mistake, but at least you didn't cut it too small. Just take another 1/4 of an inch off. Okay. Let me just catch you guys up here. You had to use air conditioning in the car yesterday. I love that. Just came to listen while I work. Thanks, Coralie. Sorry, I can't see Carla's message, Jasmine. I'm sorry. I hope that I answered the question. You're shaking that, sweetheart. You're shaking all of this.
Sorry.
That's okay. Did I answer your question? I hope I answered your question. Okay, so this is where we're at if you're working alongside me. Okay. The next piece we're going to put down is the yellow. Okay, so the yellow one is 5.5 by 9. So 5.5 is your vertical and 9 is your horizontal. Okay, so I've cut this bike paper. So if you guys have this, it's one of my favorite papers. The back of this is this yummy stripe. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so 5.5 by 9. You're going to adhere this one 1/2 inch in from the left and 2.5 up from the bottom. Okay, so 1/2 inch in from the left and 2.5 up from the bottom. Okay, so go ahead and cut that guy to 5.5 by 9, 1/2 inch in from the left and 2.5 up from the bottom. Okay. This is where, remember when I said last week about how I like using my paper, and what I mean is by using the lines. So my paper here, this one has got like kind of those graph lines on there. I'm sorry if I'm squinting. I feel like I cannot see you guys, but anyway, well, I know I can't see you, but you know what I mean. Can't see the screen. So this graph paper, and then this is really fun because you can go ahead and use your lines. So I've come in and I've used that line, and I've come in and I've used that line. The measurements I'm giving you, obviously, these are your layouts. You put them wherever you want, whatever it works for you, the photo sizes that work for you. I tried to get a ton on here for you, for those of you that like to get lots and lots of photos on your layouts. But yeah, definitely use your page as best you can. Use your paper. My computer just, for whatever reason, Facebook is not wanting to open on my computer today, which is really bizarre because it's actually a really nice new Mac.
It's a Chrome problem.
Oh, it's a Chrome problem. Okay, have we tried another browser?
Yes.
So anyway, let's go ahead and keep moving. So I've got the bike paper down. What you're seeing is on the yellow paper there. So on your sketch, actually, if that's helpful for you guys, on your sketch, it's this cloud paper. If that makes a difference, it's the cloud one. So if you're looking at your sketch as well. Okay. The next thing I want to do here is I wanted to go ahead and put my photos on. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the photos that I have for my left page. So this layout today for me, I'm doing all the photos. When I went and saw Emma back in the beginning of March, she was in West Palm Beach, Florida, which is actually only about an hour from Miami. And we'd always really wanted to go and check it out. So we had one day. We just drove down and we spent the whole day and it was so fun. We went and Emma needed a haircut, so we went and got her hair. Well, she got her haircut and I just had mine washed and blown out. And then we walked around and we saw a bunch of fun different things and we ate food and did we do a little bit of no, we didn't do shopping there. No. Okay, so the best part of it all though was, here's the funny thing. So some of you, I think some of it was posted on social media, but I love Disneyland. I know lots of you know that I love Disneyland. But anyway, I love Disneyland so much. And here's the really cool thing. We drove down to the water and you could see, I'm going to show you this little picture here. Can you see that? The Disney cruise ship. So the cruise ships obviously leave from Miami. Well, not obviously. I mean, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. I didn't know. But anyway, so we were driving down by the water. And we saw these cruise ships and I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Because of course, I didn't know because I'd never been there and I never really looked into Miami. I mean, you just hear about Miami and the nightlife and the whatever. But the way that it is built, like ocean-wise and water-wise and everything, is incredible. It was stunning, like super, super beautiful. But anyway, so we came in and there was this Disney cruise ship. And I've always wanted to take a Disney cruise and my kids know that. And I really, really want to go. So anyway, so we see this Disney cruise ship. So that's fine. So we see it. We take the pictures. Okay, and we're driving along. We were on the highway, like for this. We were driving down. It's like this, almost like a causeway. And so I was all excited. I was like, oh my God, this Disney cruise ship, this is amazing. And so we're driving along. And then we went down into Miami and we were looking for a parking spot. And I didn't realize it. We were actually like, if I'd parked right where I was driving, it was just like a little bit of a park and a walk over. It was enormous. The cruise ship was right there. Okay, so you know how when they like toot their horns and they leave or whatever, they're like, do their big honk honks? The Disney cruise ship, it plays a Disney song. Like it actually plays Disney. So anyway, Emma took a video. Do you really want to quickly see this video? It's actually funny. She just brought it up. because I don't know if you can see it. Okay, press play.
Okay.
This is how excited, I had no idea she was even filming this. Seriously. I was crying. I was so excited. But you can see, like, look at, that's what it sings when it toots its horn. Isn't that? My cousin is a princess on the, oh my gosh. See? So anyways, that's my little, I saw the Disney cruise and it sang a song and it made me really, really happy. Your cousin is a princess on, oh, that's amazing. Yes, I really, really want to go. I really, really want to go on a Disney cruise. Anyway, that total side note. But anyway, that is what these photos are from, is from our time in Miami. Oh, and also this picture is all, there were so many police there. We actually didn't realize that we were there on spring break. And they call in, we talked to a bunch of the police in the restaurant we were eating in. They actually bring all of their staff. You're not allowed to have time off or whatever during that time. And they bring in police from different counties and everything. We didn't realize we were on the main stretch. I have never not seen so little, like I've never seen so little clothing in such like a small space in my entire life. We were driving through, just looking for a parking spot, looking for a restaurant, total like from West Coast to Canada. And we were driving right through spring break. And yes, most people did not have a lot of clothing on and there were just police everywhere and drinks in hands and whatever. Anyway, there's my little story for you. So anyway, your photos, you have the sizes in front of you there. You got 4x6, so mat your photos 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, right? So you're going 1/4 of an inch larger than the size of your photo, right in here, these ones here, okay? So 4x6, a 4x4, and 2 2x2s. Disney song, that's so cool. Honestly, my reaction, it was one of those things where, you know, where you're just, like, it actually was so real. Like I was so excited, and that's how I get at Disneyland. I think I get more excited than the kids do. I just love it. And I know, you know what? I actually know people that don't like Disneyland. If you're someone that doesn't like Disneyland, you need to comment and tell me. And it's okay, we'll still be friends, but I will never understand you. Because here's the thing. So 4x6 is my first photo I'm matting. Again, just to keep you, I'm talking as we're working. So 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So remember, just 1/4 of an inch larger than the size of the photo that you're using. You've got your photo sizes in front of you from the sketch. So you've got that ready to go. So all I'm doing is just matting my photos. Okay. So mat them all flat because some of them we're going to raise up, but just go ahead and mat your photos. That's what we're doing right now. So we're going to complete this left page and then we're going to go on to the right. Okie dokie. Okay. Anyway, I've never really understood why people don't like it. And I get it. Like the lines, the heat, the waiting, I get it. I don't care. I don't care. Like it doesn't bother me. And funnily enough, like in real life, I do care. Like I don't like lines and I don't like big crowds of people. It's just not my thing. The fall fair, does anybody on here from Vancouver Island, like Port Alberni? Anyway, the fall fair, I grew up at the fall fair. I loved the fall fair, and it was just, everyone has a fair in their town, right? I loved that. Maybe that's where my love of it came. I don't know. But anyway, in real life, I don't love all of those things, but at Disneyland, I'll put up with all of it. It just makes me happy. I completely unplug. All I use my phone for is to take photos. I make a post at the end of the night for all our friends and family that know that we're there. And that's it. And I just love it. It makes me really, really happy. We went to Disneyland in August without kids. Yes. Okay. So yes, I love my children. Emma, Alex, sorry. But I have actually been without the kids too. Only once. I went down there for actually a convention for work. And a whole bunch of us adults went for one day. It was fun. Like it was so fun. And I don't know. But my kids are one is an adult and whatever, so I don't know. It's fun. I love it. Love it. Actually I know a lot. I think I actually know quite a few people that have been without their kids. Can you show me I'm just trying to see. Can you show me the measurement again as I came in late, Marilyn? Yes, so we're on the left page. Real quick, the big stripe one here, that one is 6 3/4 by 11.5. 6 3/4 by 11.5. The turquoise, 6.5 by 11. 6.5 by 11. The words, 8.5 by 9.5. 8.5 is your horizontal cut, Marilyn, okay, by 9.5 vertical. And the yellow is 5.5 by 9. Okay, does that help? We used to go every fall, to the fall fair on the island until they priced themselves out of a fort. I know, that's the thing. It does get so expensive, and especially if you're taking like kids and whatever, it's not inexpensive for sure. I will say, you know, the fairs on the island, it's funny because, and I get it. I mean, you have to get to Disneyland, you have to stay at Disneyland, you have to eat, like all the things. It is a trip. It's expensive. However, the actual passes for Disneyland, they do not cost as much as when you're going to like local fairs. If a family of 4 is going for those rides for one day, gosh, you're spending the same amount as one ticket. Like it is super expensive. I don't disagree with you. And I'm not saying go to Disneyland over the fall fair. It's just, yes, I get it. It's expensive. My husband and I went to Disneyland as adults before we had kids. That's awesome, Trisha. Yeah, I want to go back. Well, who knows? I mean, I can't even go to Vancouver right now, so who knows when we're going anywhere. Anyway, let's get these photos down. I want to go ahead and I'm going to start with my 4x6 and I'm going to lean forward. I'm sorry if I look huge for a minute. Okay, there you go. I raised up my 4x4 and I raised up these little 2x2s. Okay, I raised up the 4x4 and the 2x2s. So I'm going to just give you, I wrote down the measurements, but I'm just going to show you real quick here. So I went in about 1/2 inch for my 4x4. That's going to be your first one. I went in 1/2 inch and it's down 4 3/4. Okay, so in 1/2 inch and down 4 3/4. That's your starting photo. Every layout has a start. You need to start somewhere. If you, again, we talked a little bit about this last week, depending on your scrapbooking style, I am very linear, very linear. I like things straight on. It's hard for me sometimes to offset photos. I'm working on it, but I do find it hard. Antoinette, seams backwards. Yes, so ladies, we talked about this with the double. You have to remember, so yours is backwards, but we are working on the left page. Left for me, left for you. I know it looks right to you. It's not. We're working on the left page. Okay? Left page. So maybe if I did it like this, but then that would be wrong. But look, so left, we're working on the left page. It is the left page of the double. Okay, so when you're sitting looking at it, it is your left page. That's the one that we're working on. Okay, left, left, left. We're starting on our left. I know that it's confusing with a double on a screen. I get it. I totally get it. I know it's not easy. Okay, so remember 1/2 inch and then 4 3/4 inches down, or if you're going up from the bottom, here, it is, oops, 3 inches up from the bottom, okay? And I'm raising this one up. 3 inches up from the bottom. Okay, so just like that. So that's your starting spot. Left page, we're working on the left page of this double. You have 6 Disneyland tickets right now in my inbox. Well, I'm sure hoping that they open up for you soon. Okay, hopefully. Where does the 1 inch strip go? 1 inch strip, if you're working ahead, is 1.5 up from the bottom. 1.5 up from the bottom. And I raised that if you're working ahead. Okay. I'm just going to scoot back just for 2 seconds. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing everybody. You've been on lots of Disney Cruise People. That's amazing. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I've missed some hellos. Hello and happy Mother's Day to everybody. Thanks for taking this time this morning. Okay, so again, we're working on the left page of this double. I know it looks backwards to you. Yeah, Jasmine, it's not different from the sketch. Honestly, like this is the sketch and we're working on the left page. Okay? I promise you that we're working on the left. So this is the left that you're seeing here. This is my left, and which will be your left, and then this is the left. Okay, so this is the page we're using. So if you're trying to look at the sketch, here's the thing. You've got me right here. You don't need to be looking at your sketch right now either, I promise. So this is your sketch. This is the left page of your sketch. This is what we're working on. You've got your big stripe one cut first, your turquoise, the words, and then the yellow is what you're seeing as the clouds, and it comes just outside that 4x6 photo. Okay, so it's left page, left, left, left. I promise. Okay, so this is where we're at if we're working together. Your first photo is your 4x4. That gives you a great spot to start from with your photos, okay? Olivia Joe giving you lots of love. Thanks for all the hearts, Olivia Joe. Okay, you got it? Okay, you're good. We're on track there, girls. I know it's tricky when you're seeing it one way, and I totally get it. Doing a double on a screen is not easy. It definitely takes a little patience. So this is where I was saying that the yellow piece, on my piece, it's bikes. Okay, that is showing just outside. So I've put my 4x6 photo flat. I'm 1/8 of an inch away from my 4x4, and I'm lined right up with the bottom. And that's where you can see where the yellow, or on this one it's my bikes, you're seeing just 1/8 of an inch outside the edge of that 4x6 photo. Okay, and then of course it comes a little bit to the top there. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, mirror image. I know, you guys. I don't know how to fix that for you. Like, I don't think I can. I think just trying to remember, you've got your sketch in front of you, the measurements I'm giving. I know it's backwards. If you have some tips, tell me, because you know how new this is for me. If there is a better way, if I should be reversing the screen, like, I don't know. You tell me if there's a better way for this to make it easier for you guys. I think just using my words, I feel like I'm talking to a toddler, using my words, not talking to a toddler, I don't mean that you're toddlers. I mean, like, that's what I used to say to my toddlers. Use your words. So I'm using my words. So left page, left page, left page. I'm sorry. I know it's backwards, you guys. It'll make more sense. Obviously, you've got your sketch there, and then when I post it online. But I think just remembering that you are on your left page. I would have to use the back camera on my phone. Okay, so that's probably where part of this is a problem with it not being on my computer screen. And again, I literally have no idea what's going wrong, you guys. This is, I really, really apologize to you. I'm sorry. There's not much else I can say. I'm trying. At least I have a phone. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I hope that you're not too upset by that, but we'll just keep going, and it is what it is, I guess. Okay, so I've got my 2x2s. I'm raising my 2x2s up. Go ahead and throw. I always do a little, like, 4 corners, and then I always usually put one in the middle for good luck. Use your little dots on here. Okay, so again, when you're putting down photos where you're wanting them to be, I'm not even gonna point at this layout because you guys are seeing it backwards anyway, but my 2x2s, wherever you're wanting them to be, make sure that, I always put them upside down first with my adhesive, make sure I get them where I want them, have my spacing the way I want them, and then I go ahead and flip them over. So I'm just gonna take the backings off of my 3D foam. I know adhesive, you guys, ladies were asking me last week about adhesive. I have 2 huge adhesive orders coming in next week. So I've got glue, I've got runners. I currently have a lot of stock in the 3D foam. Let me just see, you guys, just look at the sketch. Yes. Please tell me, thank you, Lindsay. Please tell me how far in from the left side of my base that the teal paper is. So the teal paper is right on top of the stripe paper. The stripe paper is 1/8 of an inch in, and then your teal paper, your turquoise color, it is centered on top of that one. So it's 1/4 of an inch. So the first one's 1/8, and then the teal one ends up being 1/4. I hope that helps, Kathy. Oh, thanks, Janine. Thanks. I feel terrible. I'm really sorry. You know what? Those of you that know me personally, know, like, I like everything to be, I think the thing is I put a lot of work and effort and thought into making everything really great for everybody. It's definitely something that I love. I enjoy doing it, and I want everything to be amazing for you, so that when you do have this creative time, or whether it's my kits or whatever it is I'm doing, whether I'm teaching you in a class, I put a lot of thought and effort because I want it to just be so awesome for you. I want you to come in and just relax and have fun and not have to think, so that I've put all the hard work in so that you can just chill out and have fun. So the fact that this is actually stressful for you right now and on Mother's Day, I actually am finding that a little stressful myself. But anyway, so I'm holding this up. I know it's backwards apparently to you. I'm sorry, but this is what it looks like right now. Okay, so if you just look at the sketch to see kind of where we're at, but that's where we're at on this one. Okay. The next piece that you're going to put down is your border strip. So that I know isn't backwards, because that can't be any other way other than just straight across the bottom of your page. Okay. So that border strip is this camera piece right here. So the camera piece is 1 by 12, and I've adhered that one up 1.5 inches up from the bottom. Sorry, my glasses are like totally falling off of my nose. 2 seconds. I'm like super sweaty. Okay. Not that that's awful. I'm sorry. I shouldn't tell you that. My face is just really sweaty. I'm so upset about about your camera and my camera and whatever. Thank you. Thank you guys. So 1 inch by 12, and it's 1.5 inches up from the bottom. But the strip that I'm going to use today is actually not. It's like 1/4 inch. I don't know if you can see that. So anyway, whatever size you want to use. So the 1 inch is 1.5 inches up from the bottom. But I'm going to use a smaller one, so mine's just going to be more. Mine will probably be more like 1 3/4 up from the bottom, just because that's how I want it. It doesn't matter. It like literally doesn't matter. If you wanted it to come up and cover up like the bottom part of the yellow, you could totally do that if you want. It doesn't matter. Just get a little border strip on there. Oh, the teal, you mean this one? Like this big one here? How far in is that one? Oh, girls, here, I'll tell you that. That's 1/2 inch in. Does that help, Kathy? This big one here, on the one I'm working on, it's 1/2 inch in from the center. So 1/2 inch in from your right. 1/2 inch in from your right, and it's centered top to bottom. Does that help? Thank you. Sorry, I didn't realize. I thought you meant this one. I'm sorry. So back to your strip. Do whatever you like. So mine is super narrow. I'm going to lean over. I'm sorry, this is going to make me look enormous on your screen. There. Because my strip is so tiny, you know how I was talking about like cut your things and do whatever? So I'm actually going to cut my little squares. So these, I only carry the American Crafts 3D foam squares and 3D foam circles. So these are just my tiny little squares. So just see I cut them in half. Just because my little strip is so narrow, but these are all the circles too. So these are probably my favorite, the circles. So anyway, like I said, I've got a bunch of adhesive coming in next week. I do have some in stock right now, but everything will be replenished for you, because I know lots of you are using up lots of adhesive right now. And so I've got lots and lots and lots coming in. So anyway, I just cut these squares, and those now fit perfectly on my little tiny narrow strip. Okay, so 1.5 inches up from the bottom, side to side. The one on my sample that's up here for you of us kayaking, that's 1 by 12. The one I'm working with is only like 1/4 inch. Got it, perfect, awesome. Okay. So I hope you guys are all still with me. I'm sorry. You know, it's funny. My American friends, well, I mean, I'm sure you guys too, anyone that you know from the States, they always are like, why do you always say sorry? I don't know. It's just like a thing. Us nice Canadians, right? But I wanted this to be so great for you this morning, and I'm sorry that The view is off. My kids are actually currently trying to figure it out, and I'm not sure what exactly the issue is, but whatever, we'll figure it out. So 1.5 up from the bottom, depending on what kind of size you want, what your width is. Stick that guy down, and that's where we're at on that. You see that there? Can I hold up the page I'm working on? Yes. Once that page is stuck down. Yes. Here, I'm going to back up. Can you see that now? How's that? Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Celine. What's a girl, Kathy? Did I miss part of a conversation? Is there a baby announcement? Having fun and scrapping, all is good. Thanks, Kate. Thanks, Deb. Good. I'm glad you guys are having fun on your Mother's Day morning. Okay, so there's that. Now, this is where you have the option. This one down here, it says Say Cheese. It's a big camera, like a pre-printed journal card. And that was totally optional. So on here, I put the card and I matted it. But on this layout that I'm doing with you, I'm going to use this photo. Okay, so you can do whichever you like, 3x3 journal card or a 3x3 photo, whatever you want. I'm going to do a photo on the one I'm working on with you right now. And then it's going to be raised up, sorry, is what I was trying to say, and not getting it out quick enough. My mind is going faster than my mouth. Okay, so it is raised up to go over top of our raised border strip. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, happy Mother's Day to you, Jen. Thank you so much. I actually wasn't really thinking there. I'm going to take this square off because that piece is going to get put over. So again, I get it, it's backwards, but I'm going to put this just over the bottom. If you were just listening and not looking at what I'm doing, it is going over the bottom right corner of your 4x4. So on the one I'm doing right now, I'm actually it's going to look a little bit different because I didn't want to lose the name of the name that's on the menu that Emma's holding up. So you can see here.
The menu was gigantic.
That menu was enormous. It was. It actually, and I know she looks really small because it actually was huge. It was like, I don't know, like 10 pages or something. It was amazing. It was a really, really cool restaurant. But anyway, so I just put this down further. I covered more of my 4x6 photo and I just have it slightly underneath this one. But on this one, which I know, sorry, is backwards, I have it overlapping. So I was able on these photos, because it was just like ocean, there was nothing showing, I could overlap the bottom of this photo. So whatever works for you with the photos that you're using, I'm gonna move that forward a bit, whatever works best for you, if you're using a journal card or a photo, but just position it however you like. I don't really know how I'm using this phone really well, but anyway. Kathy, it's good, girl. Sorry, thank you. I was like, did somebody have a baby? Did I miss part of a conversation? Alternative is dishes, gardening, or whining kids. You're right. Well, thank you for spending this time with me. I'm hopefully not whining. I am a little bit whiny about my computer not working, but thank God for phones. At least I got other things. So girls, this is where I'm at on this one. I'm going to do my title, my journaling, and my embellishing after, off camera. I'm not going to waste your morning while I sit and do that, okay? So what I want to do now is move on to the right page. Okay, so the mirrored image that looks like a left page to you, we're going to work on that one, but it's the right page. Okay, so right, we're moving on to right. So I'm going to set this one aside. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this down since I know you can't see it super well anyway. Excuse my noise for 2 seconds because I want to put up this next page for you, but I want it so that you can see it. And if I move it the way that it is, unfortunately, I won't be able to work right along with you. So I'm just going to put this one here and hope that you can see that. Can you see that? Okay, there. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so right page. So you should have some of those cuts from your first page, and if you don't, that's totally fine. We're gonna work along through this together on the right side. So we're starting in the same spot. So that bright stripy piece, okay, the bright stripy piece, which is the first piece that we put down on the left page. We're now on the right page, ladies, right. How far is the bike paper from the bottom? One more time, no problem. The bike paper it's about 2 1/4 inches. I think the measurement I gave you is actually 2 1/2. Yeah, 2 1/2, 2 1/4. Mine I moved down just a little bit, but 2 1/4, 2 1/2 from the bottom. How's that? Okay. Okay, so first cut is on the right side here. Okay, and that one was 2 3/4 by 11 1/2. 2 3/4 by 11 1/2. It's that 1/8 of an inch in from the right, and it's centered top to bottom. Okay, so 2 3/4. It is not 11 1/2, it's 11 1/4. Good grief, 11 1/4. Someone would have caught me on that, I'm sure. It's a 1/8 of an inch in from the right. The measurement is 2 3/4 by 11 1/4. 2 3/4 by 11 1/4. Centered top to bottom, 1/8 of an inch in from the right edge of your base. Okay, from the right. Okay. The next one, same thing, we're doing the same layering that we were on the first page. Next one's this turquoise one here. It's 2 1/2 by 11. Okay, 2 1/2 by 11. And it's centered right on top of the first piece. Okay, 2 1/2 by 11, centered right on top of the first piece. Let's go ahead and stick that one down. Okay, and that's where we are. So this is all the way out to the right edge of the right. Okay. Yes, always better longer than shorter. So on this one, on the left page, we had put the words down first. This time we're going to actually put the yellow down first. Okay, so that's going to be my bike paper. So this one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it down 1 3/4 in from the right. So you can see that here. So it's 1 3/4 in from the right. And it's centered top to bottom. So it's this big yellow one that we're working with. Okay. And the size of that is 6 1/2 by 10 1/2. So 6 1/2 across by 10 1/2 vertical. And it's 1 3/4 in from the right and centered top to bottom. Okay, 1 3/4 in from the right and centered top to bottom. Okay, so just go ahead and adhere that one down. So I'm going to put that one down first. And then we'll finish off with where you're seeing the words piece. Okay, so that's where we're at. Hi, Jen. Happy Mother's Day. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and put my turquoise, the words. Okay, so that one's going to be our last big piece. So that piece is 3 1/2 by 9 1/2. So 3 1/2 across by 9 1/2. And that one's going to be 3/4 of an inch in from the left. So 3/4 of an inch in from the center of your double page. Okay, so 3/4 of an inch in. And there's my dog starting to bark. Right on time. And you're centered top to bottom on this one, girls. Okay? So 3/4 of an inch in from the left. In from your center. If you're like me, I do like to measure a little bit. And you are going to slightly overlap your bike piece. Well, my bike piece. Okay? Jody, breakfast in bed, cuddling with my dog and watching. Oh, that's so awesome. Thanks for listening. Happy Mother's Day to you, Jody. Okay, so that's where we're at. Okay, ready for photos. And there is Sam barking. My dogs are so needy. Do you guys have needy dogs? Like, it's just actually kind of bizarre to me. I'm just gonna move my chair for 2 seconds. I'm really sorry. I'm feeling super uncomfortable. Okay, there. Okay. Okay, so for photos, same thing. 1/4 inch larger than the size of your photo is going to be for your mats. So I've got a 4x6, 2 3x3s, and 3 2x2s. Okay. So I've pre-cut my mats. You girls can go ahead and do that. You've had on the sketch, you've had the photo sizes. So 1/4 inch larger than the size of your photos. And of course too, this layout would totally accommodate different size photos. My dog just went to the, your dog went to look for my dog. Isn't that funny? Hey, their hearing is insane. I know. Sorry. Telling you, these dogs, there are days. I love my dogs. I mean, everybody knows I love my dogs, but I think it's a little like children. Like sometimes you just want to break. That's how I feel. I just do. And I am okay admitting that. So right now we're just matting all our photos, right? So a 4x6, 2 3x3s, and 3 2x2s. That's what I've used. Again, you can use whatever you like. 1/4 inch larger than the size of your photo. And hey, if you don't want to mat your photos, that's totally fine too. You don't have to do that. No need to mat if you don't want to. I just like it, especially when I'm using a lot of pattern paper. And these photos in particular have, I mean, obviously my kayaking photos had tons of color. These ones of Emma and I, lots of different color. So I wanted to make sure that I matted them and just separated them. Where did the last piece go? The last piece, this is the words that you're seeing here, and on mine it's turquoise. It's like 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch in from the center. So when you're looking at your page, it's in from the left edge of your base, and it's slightly overlapping the bike. Okay, so just in from the center, your left edge of the base, just overlapping. Love Emma's laugh at your children comment. Yes. Yes. Don't be sorry. It's true. I mean, you guys, gosh, I don't know. We all love our children, obviously, but everybody needs a break sometimes. Though I don't these days. That's actually interesting. When you look at the age of your children, I'm fine. Like my kids are, well, Emma will be 20 this fall. Alex will be 15 here next month. They're easy. They're fun. I like them. They're actually really cool people. So I actually like spending time with my kids, but I will say these days, I need a break more from my dogs than I need from my children. Mine bark at dogs they see on the TV. Yes, mine do too. Every time anything happens on, and also door slamming, like if you're watching a movie or something and something's loud and they slam a door or something, or not doorbells. Oh my God, my dogs go crazy. Doorbells on TV. It's crazy.
It's not real.
Honestly, Michelle, I really do. I love that I actually can tell them how much I love hanging out with them. Like they are just, yes, they're my children. Yes, I'm their mother. And yes, there's moments for that, obviously, still. I mean, I don't think you ever really stop parenting, but I actually just really enjoy my kids just as people and friends, and I love spending time with them. And yeah, so being at home with them for this last 2 months, as challenging as that has been to just be at home, I've not complained once about being here with them. I'm pretty lucky. The only complaint I have is that my husband is just completely not looking to be home at any time soon, which just makes me really sad, but I get it. What is the measurement after the second? So the first one was the stripe, right? And that one was 2 3/4 by 11.5. The next one was 2.5 by 11. The next one was this big yellow one, Deb, and it's 3.5. No, it's not 3.5. The yellow one is 6.5 by 10.5. The yellow's 6.5 by 10.5. This big one, all through here. That's the number third. That's the third, number 3. And then the fourth piece is this black and white words, and that's 3.5 by 9.5. Did you get that? Got it. help, Deb, help, and then what is the measurement, and then help. Did I get it for you? Okay, let me know. My parents have to put up with me, or am I putting up with them? Yeah, I don't know, Lindsay. You have such a great relationship, though. I love the relationship that you have with your parents and all the travel that you do. It's pretty awesome. So I'm going to start putting these photos down, ladies. I think you've had enough time to cut them all up and get them all matted if that's what you're choosing to do. Okay, so this first, the first big photo, the 4x6, that one, you want to come in just a little off of this turquoise here. I don't know, can you see that very well? This little turquoise. So again, you're in an 1/8, then you're in a 1/4, then you're in another 1/4. So you're in about 3/4 of an inch from the right side of your right page base. Okay, I'm not wanting to shake my ruler at you, but I'm sorry. So center top to bottom, you're about 1/2, 3/4 of an inch. Play around with it, whatever works for you, but that's the first one you're going to put down. Okay, so go ahead and put your 4x6 photo down, 1/2, 3/4 of an inch in. You just want to make sure that you're seeing bit of cardstock, bit of your first pattern, bit of your second pattern. Okay, so that's what you want to see. Got it. Good. Okay, Deb. Okay, so centered top to bottom, showing a little bit of those first pattern papers, and then you're going to stick it down. Okay? See that there? So see your cardstock, see your pattern, and then your photo. Okay? I would have to say, I think our selfie game's pretty strong. Okay? Emma takes them. I don't take them. I'm terrible. It takes me 47 photos to get something I half-assed like. Oh, sorry. Don't mean to swear. Anyway. But anyway, Emma's very good at it. She takes good selfies of the two of us. Yes, you're welcome. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put down my 3x3s. Okay. I'm going to raise these 3x3s. So I'm going to go ahead and stick my 3D foam on the back of those. And I'm going to put these 3x3s down first. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay out my 2x2s and get them where I want them. And stick them all down before I go ahead and put my border strip down. So the border one's going to be the last thing I put down. Okay. So I'm going to lay these guys out where I think I want it. And I did these, and it's up to you guys, but you can tell on this one, I lined up the bottom of my 4x6 photo and the bottom of my 2x2 and the bottom of my 3x3. That's what I did on the left page, so I kind of wanted to keep the consistency. So you can definitely do that if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's totally fine. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to lay those out there. I'm going to mat my 2x2s. So I'm going to get those exactly where I want them. Again, everyone's different. Everybody's styles are different. So if you don't care and it doesn't really matter to you, we'll just stick them all down. It's all good. But I am someone that does like to have a little more balance in my layout, just for my own, it's just my own personal taste, so that when I'm flipping through, I just know how I like it to look for me, but that is completely up to you. Look at how cute this photo is. It's actually a terrible photo. That's my selfie. That's how I take a selfie. So that's me at the bottom. That's when we were getting our hair done. So we're getting our hair washed, so you can see Emma. And I only got half of my face in there. That's how bad I am. But anyway, it was a memory. Needs to go in there.
All about the story that's being
All about the story. That's right. So my journaling is going to be really fun on this layout. So these ones, I'm going to separate them a little bit. So you can see how I put this like family fun die cut in here. The size of the yellow again on this page. So the yellow on this page is 6.5 by 10.5. 6.5 by 10.5. Okay. And the words is 3.5 by 9.5. So 6.5 by 10.5, centered top to bottom. And then the words is 3.5 by 9.5. Okay. So when I'm laying out my photos, I'm going to line them all up along with the bottom with each other. But I did leave a space in between these two of my 2x2s, and I raised this little family fun die cut So that's optional. That's totally up to you. If you want them all in a line, do that. If you don't, then leave a space. Or if you wanted a space, actually my girlfriend, Allison, I don't know if she's still on here. I know she had plans this afternoon. She's 3 hours ahead of us, but she sent me, she actually did this layout just based on the sketch. So just kind of guessed at all the measurements. It looked beautiful. But she actually, I noticed, had put her die cut in between the top two, and it looked super cute. So these are your layouts, ladies. You put them wherever you want. So I've laid everything out. I know you, I don't think you can really see that. I'm going to pull it back. Oh, maybe you can. Oh, there. If you look in the bottom corner of your screen, you can kind of see. So I've got everything laid out right here. And then I'm just going to flip it over one at a time. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start just adhering. I'm putting my 2x2 down, because that's nice and close to my 4x6 that I had put down first. So then I know exactly where I want to put my 3x3 when I flip it over. I'll just take all my tabs off my 3D foam. And then I'm going to flip that guy over. Okay. So I did put my 3x3s only on this word paper here, and I will hold up as soon as my one that I'm working on with you, I'll hold that up as soon as I've got them all adhered down, but they're just on here, so they're not overlapping into the yellow, they're just on the word piece. Okay, so you can go ahead and stick those down, and I am absolutely 1000% going to figure out what the heck is going on with my computer. And I'm sure it's probably something like an update or something weird that I've not done. But I will get to it, and it will not be like this next weekend, I promise you. Well, I shouldn't say promise, because good grief, you never know what's...
I'll deal with it.
Oh, you're gonna fix, Emma said she's gonna fix it. We are definitely gonna have it fixed for next week, for sure. But again, I know you say don't say sorry, but I do apologize, because I know that this is tricky for you guys. I know it's better if you can see it on a big, huge screen, and I did have everything ready for you. Oh, you know what you can see in the back? Can you see right? I'm gonna try and get my finger right there. There. Can you see that gold pillow? That pillow, actually, I'm gonna grab that. That's like my favorite pillow. And this is always usually sitting behind my back. Isn't that the most beautiful pillow you've ever seen? I will say I'm not missing a ton of shopping in stores. Like I will say I'm not actually like more, I don't just wander stores. I'm not someone like that. But there are a handful of stores that I do wander, and one of them is HomeSense. I love HomeSense. I love Pier 1. HomeSense is probably my all-time favorite. You were trying to post my layout in the comment. It won't let you. Oh, that's too bad, Allison. But you know what? As soon as we're done here, and I post these up, post it in those comments, because people should see your layout. It's super cute. So Allison, that I was talking about, that did the layout this morning without any measurements, she just did it off the sketch. She's like a longtime scrapbooker for sure. So she created that just based on the sketch, and it's beautiful. So she'll post it in the comments as soon as I make this a post. No, it won't let you on the feed. Yeah, just comments. I do have a dress on. Thank you. This is actually, oh, back up. This is actually a dress I bought to wear for Christmas this year. Can you see that? How cute that is? But I thought the red was so pretty, and so I decided to wear it today. I pulled it out of my closet this morning. Hey, Roger from Saudi. What are you still doing up? It's late there. I don't know if my husband's still up. I think he's working still, working late. But anyway, thanks for popping on and saying hi. Please give your wife and your daughter a hug from me. You can spend hours in HomeSense. Me too. It is. It's one of those stores that I can just wander and wander and wander. And it usually ends up, the longer I'm in there, the more expensive it costs. But whatever. I have some really cool stuff from there. Thank you. Yeah, it's a super cute dress. It's actually Canadian. It is, I'm going to probably butcher her name, Emma Knudsen. It's Knudsen. Emma Knudsen. Anyway, Canadian made, designed, super fun. And I actually have it in black too. It's a little bit of a different style, short sleeve, but I like it. Scott sent me a message. He did. Yes, he did send me a message this morning. What did he say? Oh, he was heading to bed. Thanks, Deb. Thanks for telling me. I missed that. Yes, I thought he was heading to bed. That man gets up at like 4 every morning for work. And of course, he's been there since January 30th. He's not been working since January 30th. He had a surgery in there. But he's now, I think he's on like week 8 of work or 7 of work. I don't know. Roger, you'd probably know that better than me. Not sure. Hope he comes to visit soon. Yeah, hopefully. I hope he gets off the rig at some point. I think he was going to go in hopefully in the next couple of weeks, but we'll see. We'll see. The world is a crazy place. Okay, so I wanted to finish this up with you ladies. I'm going to put my strip on. So this is where I'm at right now. Okay, I've got my 4x6, my 2 3x3s, my 3 2x2s with that space in there for a nice little die cut. And I'm going to go ahead and stick my coordinating border strip. So it's the exact same strip that I had on the left page. Is there, yes, Marilyn, there's pattern paper under the 3x3 pictures. So this is the same as the left page pattern, the words, the black and white words. So it's this one, this turquoisey one. That's not turquoise. Teal. It's like a greeny teal. And that size is 3.5 by 9.5. 3.5 by 9.5. Kathy, downfall in HomeSense is decor for all the seasons and holidays. It's true, but you know, there's some beautiful things in there and just really, really well priced. Like I've gotten such beautiful things like for Emma, for her, her place in Calgary, I went in, I got her all her decor for like her, like the tree skirt and some really great ornaments and some really nice pieces in there. It was, I love HomeSense. It is my favorite. The size again, Marilyn, was 3.5 by 9.5. 3.5 by 9.5. And it's just like that half, 3/4 of an inch in. Just, you want to make sure that it's slightly overlapping the yellow. Just slightly overlapping the yellow. You can see it right here. Okay, so I've got it and it's slightly overlapping this bike piece here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my little border strip along the bottom. I'm going to pull my left page over so that I make sure I get it exactly where I want it. I'm going to go ahead and just cut myself some more of my squares in half for my skinny little border piece here. Your husband's up at 4. I don't know how they do it either, Kathy. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess we do what we do. It's, everybody's got their thing, I guess. But I don't know. That is hard. I feel like that's hard. Like 6:30 for me. Like I get up with Alex every morning. Well, when he was going to school, we leave the house probably about 7:20, I guess. So I usually get up at 6:15. So anything after 6:15, I kind of am okay with. Like I can make that work. But if I could do 7:30 every morning, even on like weekends and whatever days we had, 7:30 is fine. It is a super respectable time for me. And I know that some people are probably like, I have half my workday done by then. I don't know. 7:30 is a good time. I would love to do 7:30 every day, but you know, then I've got one of our dogs, our little girl, Wilma. She's our little California girl, our little rescue. We've had her now for probably about 6 years, almost 6 years. She's a noisy dog. She's just a really noisy dog. And if she hears anything outside, she lets me know about it immediately. Okay, so here we go. I've got my border strip with all my little bits on the back. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm lining up my 2 pages. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this down, lined up, so that when they're in my album together, they look like I did them as a double page layout, not completely separate. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and then that gives me a great spot to go ahead and put that little die cut in there. I can get a bit more of my title on this page. You'll see on this one that's done. Okay, I know it's backwards, but see I've got little bits on there. And then when we put it together with the first page, which I'm going to lean over and grab that. When we put that together with the first page, I'm just going to take it off of my backing here. And then that's the first page. So again, next time we are going to be on my camera or on my computer. Can you see how that? Okay. We'll be on my computer. It's going to be so much easier. It's going to be back to normal. I had everything set up so beautifully for you so that you could see the double. I was all organized, but whatever, that's life, right? Oh, you're so welcome. You're welcome, ladies. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Again, I will post my sheet. So the way that I did, Trina and I put these together this week. So normally you've got your page where you've got the one sketch and then the layout with your supplies and your instructions. So because it's a double, there's 2 sheets. So you've got your sketch here and then, oh, my fan. And then you're going to have this sheet posted too. So I will post this layout literally in minutes. Like as soon as we're done, I'll post it up and give you those. So you'll have all the measurements and you'll have the pictures and you'll have everything there for you. Oh, you're welcome, Carla. I'm glad that you had a great start to your day. You're welcome. Happy Mother's Day. You're welcome, Madeline. Happy Mother's Day. Hug everybody at your house for me. I hope you guys have a really great day. And so I'll post all those up. Again, if you have not yet downloaded the journal sheet that we made you, this really fun one, make sure you go download that. And for those of you that have not noticed yet, you should have. If you got the newsletter, you would have known. If you watched the social media, you would have known that my 10 layout, use your own product, class number 3, which is 10 brand new layouts. And I have to tell you, I really love them. They're beautiful. If I do say so myself, I think I can say that. I worked really hard on these layouts. I really like them. Deneen contributed to this class, which is amazing. Deneen has been super busy full-time with her full-time job, but she's been getting crafty again. So she contributed 2 layouts to this class, which was really fun. I love that we are still working together as well. So I have a very tiny team, but it's an amazing team. So Trina and Deneen have both been doing lots of things with me lately, which has been really, really fun for me. So anyway, so that is on the website. It's only $25. It's a phenomenal value. You get 10 sketches, 10 brand new layouts, all the instructions, and a video. And this one, Lindsay, I don't know if you're still here. Anybody that's purchased that class, if you guys are still here and you have 2 seconds and you've seen the video, if you can tell me if you like this view better, because I did it differently. Yeah, I did it differently this time. I viewed it. I did a different view in hopes that it would give you a better picture of the actual layout. So I'd love some feedback on that before I do the next one, which the next one, class number 4, is probably going to be about 2 to 3 weeks away. So the goal is we're going to try to put up a new 10 layout workshop every month. In addition to some more process videos that I'm hopefully going to get up for you. I've got a few things going to go onto YouTube next week. So that'll be really fun. So if you don't follow my YouTube channel, there's really nothing there right now. There's only my studio tour, which is really cool. But if you want to look at something, you can look at the studio tour. But I'm going to get some process videos up there, so you can go and follow that channel. I've added a ton of things to Pinterest. So all of this is all on Pinterest as well. So I post all the layouts and all the scrap sheets that we do. Those are all up there. So there's lots of places for you guys to get all this inspiration. And then of course on Instagram and Facebook. So as always, remember, if you are going to play along and you want to post this, please make sure you're posting it in the comments on the Facebook posts related to this layout in this sketch, okay? And then I have a prize draw. It's a few packs of thickers and another pack of stickers, and I do not have it sitting right in front of me with all of my technical difficulties this morning, but anyway, it's a great prize pack. So that's always drawn and posted on Wednesday, so you can get in there. Kathy, can't say enough great things about my UIOP. Thank you very much, Kathy. I really appreciate that. We put a lot of time and effort into these for you, and I love making them, and I love your love of them. I love teaching them in person a lot more. Obviously, I love hanging out with you guys all day, but for now, this is great. And maybe it'll be a thing that we always do. I might just always put them up there. I definitely, it's a great option. I know I had a couple comments on pricing. When you take them, not that the pricing, I have not had any concerns about pricing. $25 for 10 layouts, I feel is priced super competitively, super fairly. They are a lot of work, and it's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to put them together to create everything. But so I thought long and hard about the $25 price point, and there hasn't been a concern, thankfully. But if I have had a couple questions about when you take them in person from me, when you take a use your own product class in person, they're $75 because we are spending 12 hours together. Well, 10, we take 2 hours to eat, but, we're spending 10 hours together. I'm instructing you for 10 hours. There's overhead, obviously, when I'm in person. So what I basically did is we cut the 20 layout workshop in half and priced it exactly as though it was being taught just without the overhead. So when we are together, and obviously there's a lot more conversation and there's lots more things that we do in class, which just increases the cost just a little bit. But that's where that pricing came in. So not that I really want to talk about pricing with you guys, but people had asked me about that, and that was why. So they are just a little bit more expensive in person for several reasons. And I do hope to see you in class again soon. Hopefully we can all get together. Yes, $250 a layout. It's fantastic. I think so. I think it's a great value. When you purchase, how long does it stay up? It's not a stay up. It's private. It's yours to view. So the way that we've done this, I didn't purchase an online classroom platform, just because we wanted to see whether this was going to be something that you were all going to want and whether it was going to be well received. So we are doing it as password protected blog posts. So nobody else can see these. When you purchase them, you get a download link. It gives you the printable booklet, which we have spent tons and tons of time creating this beautiful booklet full of all of these scrap sheets, all the information that you need, your sketch, your layout, your supplies, your instructions. And then on the first page, you get a hyperlink. So when you download that, you can print it, but you can click on that hyperlink and it takes you to a password protected blog. The password's included for you in your package, and then you can view the video. And you can view that video, I believe, up to 10 times. So that is how you see it. That's how it's done. Great option, especially for scrapbookers that can't get to your classes in person. And that's totally true, Kathy. And that's the thing. The amount of ladies, both in BC, Alberta, the US, I have so many ladies down in the US that are messaged like, when can you come here and teach? And I would love to do that, but there's a lot of things logistically with teaching in the US that make it very, very difficult. So it's been incredible to put this online, and though we're not together in person, I'm still available for you if you guys have questions or you want to chat or whatever, but that you can still do it. You're getting all of the same information. We're just not hanging out together in person. And but yeah, great option, totally. The printable booklet is really good. Oh, good. I'm glad. Oh, you would have paid more. You're so sweet. Don't tell me that. Maybe I'll jack up the price. No, I'm not going to jack up the price. I'm not at all. But Lindsay, did you answer me? I don't know. Did you say whether or not you saw the video yet? You'll let me know. Okay. You'll let me know. Thank you. Yes, definitely somebody, I would love to. Okay. I'm just checking to see. Thanks, Deb. Enjoy the rest of your day. You too, Michelle. Happy Mother's Day. Thanks, Marilyn. Okay. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think, because I will do those videos however you like. I did change it to horizontal, but I am not actually in the video. So that's, I want you to just tell me what you think. You can rotate your layout and use it 4 times. That's exactly right, Kim. That's what I always tell you guys when I'm teaching in class, is that these layouts, these sketches, you can use them again and again and again. So yes, you're getting 10 sketches and 10 layouts, but really, you can do like 40. So lots and lots. You'll check it out and let me know. Awesome. Your social calendar is busier virtually, Lindsay. Yeah, no, I know. There's lots of us because we're all trying to figure out how to still connect with you. And, you know, for those of us that our business is teaching and being in front of you and doing these events, obviously this is a big change for everyone. Lots of these crafters that you take classes with have been doing online for a long time, for sure. It's just really new for me. It's not something that I had ever done, but I am definitely feeling a lot more comfortable with it, and I'm enjoying it more, and I'm glad that we have this option, and I'm really thankful for all of your support of my little company, because I sure love it, and I sure love you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, enjoy your Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. I'm going to let you guys all go. Be with your families. I'm going to go be with my kids because they said that they were going to do all of the dog care for me today. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
And presents.
Oh, I have presents. I have presents that I haven't opened. So anyway, I'm going to post all these up here and interact with me on there. Show me your layouts. Post your layouts. You've got until Wednesday at noon. And then I'll go ahead and post a winner for those of you that joined this week. And happy Mother's Day. Okay? See you next week. Bye.